Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls. How are you all? I hope you all are doing good. Are you excited for another story? I know I am. So let's get started. Today I'm going to tell you the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. It's a very interesting story, and you know what? In the Quran, there's a whole surah in which Allah tells us the story to us. So let's find out. Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam was the son of Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam. When Yusuf alayhi salam was young, he had a dream that the sun and the stars were bowing before him. He talked to his father about his dream. Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam warned him not to talk about his dream with his stepbrothers because they were really jealous of Yusuf alayhi salam and would try to harm him. The stepbrothers hated Yusuf alayhi salam because their father loved him dearly. They wanted to get rid of him. They made an evil plan to get rid of Yusuf alayhi salam. One day they came to their father and asked him if they could take Yusuf alayhi salam with them. They were going out to play. Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam was reluctant to send Yusuf alayhi salam with them and told them that he was worried that they might get busy playing and a wolf might attack Yusuf alayhi salam and kill him. The brothers said that they were really strong and they would take good care of Yusuf alayhi salam. Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam allowed them to take Yusuf alayhi salam with them. Once they were alone with Yusuf alayhi salam, they decided to kill him. But the eldest brother said that instead of killing him, they should put Yusuf alayhi salam in a well. So they put him in a well and went back home and told their father that while they were busy playing, a wolf attacked Yusuf alayhi salam and killed him. They brought his shirt with an animal's blood on it and told their father that it was Yusuf's blood. Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam knew that they were lying, but he left the matter to Allah. Back in the well, Yusuf alayhi salam stayed in darkness. After some time, a caravan passed by. A few men came to the well to get some water and jumped with joy to see a boy in it. They told their fellow men that they could sell him for some coins, and so they took Yusuf alayhi salam with them to Egypt. There they sold Yusuf alayhi salam for very few coins, and so young Yusuf was sold to the Aziz of Egypt, who was at a high post. The Aziz brought him home and told his wife to take good care of Yusuf, as he will be beneficial for them. Yusuf alayhi salam started living in his new home. The wife of Aziz, Zuleikha, was a wicked woman. She blamed Yusuf alayhi salam for something he didn't even do. So innocent Yusuf alayhi salam was put in jail. When he was in jail, Yusuf met some men. Two of these men told him about their dream and asked him if he knew what it meant. Yusuf alayhi salam said to them, "O my fellow jailmates, Allah taught me the knowledge of dreams and what they mean, and that he believed in one Allah who is the God and their God as well, and of the God of their forefathers Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ishaq alayhi salam." Yusuf told one man that he will be hanged and the other man that he will be released. When his jailmate was about to be released, he asked him to talk to the king about him and that he is innocent. When the man was released, Shaitan made him forget to talk to the king about Yusuf alayhi salam, and so Yusuf alayhi salam stayed in jail for many more years, and he was innocent. One day the king of Egypt had a dream. He asked his men if they knew what it meant. At that time Yusuf's jailmate was also in there and he remembered what Yusuf has asked him to do. He went to the king and told him that he knew a man who could tell him what his dream meant, but he would need to go to the jail for that. So he went to the jail and asked Yusuf alayhi salam what the dream meant. Yusuf alayhi salam, instead of complaining, told him what the dream meant, and it meant that the coming few years there will be a lot of rain and the crops will flourish. At that time, you need to eat less and save more because in the next years there will be a severe drought, and at that time they would use the saved food. When that man told the king what Yusuf alayhi salam had told him, the king called Yusuf alayhi salam from jail. But Yusuf refused to come out until he was proved innocent. So the king called Zuleikha and asked her what the matter was, and she told the king that she had falsely accused Yusuf alayhi salam for something he didn't even do. Only then Yusuf alayhi salam came out of the jail. The king offered Yusuf alayhi salam a high post in his kingdom, but Yusuf asked him to make him the in charge of saving the crops and money. And so Yusuf alayhi salam, through his great wisdom, provided by Allah, of course, made great decisions and saved crops for the coming years. Finally, the drought started. Yusuf was the king of Egypt by that time. There was no food, no rain. People were dying. The drought also spread to the village where Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam and his stepbrothers lived. They heard about the generous king in Egypt who gave away food to the needy. They set out to Egypt to get food for their family. Once they reached his court, Yusuf alayhi salam recognized his brothers and they did not recognize him. Yusuf gave them a lot of food and asked them to bring their youngest brother Benjamin with them next time, otherwise, he would not give them any food. The brothers went back home and told their father about the kind king. They asked him the permission to take Benjamin with him. Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam got worried, but the brothers insisted that he let them take Benjamin with them. When they reached the court, Yusuf told Benjamin who he was secretly. He gave them food and asked his servant to put his drinking cup in Benjamin's luggage. When his brothers left, Yusuf's men followed them and stopped the caravan. He told them that their king's drinking cup had been stolen and he will check everyone's bag. When he checked Benjamin's bag, he found the cup and took him back to the palace. His brothers went back home and told Yaqub alayhi salam what had happened. Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam said that he complains about his sorrow only to Allah. Innama ashku basi wa huzni lillah. He told his sons to go and look for Yusuf and Benjamin. The brothers went back to Yusuf's court. They asked him to let their brothers go with them. At that time, Yusuf told them who he actually was, and although he has all the power to punish them as he pleased, he forgave them. The brothers were really ashamed of their actions. Yusuf alayhi salam gave his shirt to his brothers and told them to put it on his father's eyes, and he will gain his eyesight back that he had lost. So the brothers went back to their father and put the shirt on his eyes, and he gained back his vision. Wow! Finally, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam and his family went to Egypt to meet Yusuf alayhi salam. Yusuf alayhi salam greeted his parents and asked them to sit by him on the throne of Egypt. This way, what started as a dream came true after all these years as the entire court, including the brothers, bowed before him. Now you must remember that bowing before anyone except Allah is not allowed in Islam. It was something that was allowed at that time. As for now, our heads should only bow before our one and only Creator. And who is that? Allah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of you and your family. Fi amanallah.